And welcome to a little twist on what most people will call ASMR triggers that I hate. But, I was playing around with my setup a little bit, and you're playing with settings, making lights do weird things, and I realized, damn, that is the opposite of what I would consider ASMR. So, I know somebody's gonna like this, and I know this is most definitely somebody's style. So let's have some fun. Let's give those select few people exactly what they wanted, but I don't think really anybody asked for this. And so, let's kick it off with a twofer. That would be this right here. Some gum chewing. So, I'm not much of a gum person. I got these for somebody else. And they're like sugar-free, super healthy. They have like one ingredient, and that's xylitol, which in brackets just says corn cobs. So, and this one's a twofer because, well, I'm actually proudly a fan of mouth sounds, something fun like that. I really hate eating and chewing sounds. It's what some people might call an acronym pepperoni. That's my application to get into Hogwarts. That'd be my 800th one. But, yeah, I can't stand people who chew loud. I'm very, very good at being okay with everything, no matter the situation. But, by golly, do I really struggle if somebody has no chewing etiquette. I ain't a fancy person. You can eat with no shoes on. I dig it. But please, if your jaw's popping and clicking and your mouth's wide open, please reconsider your choices. And the second noise I don't like, see how I call them noises rather than ASMR triggers, is like pill bottle sounds, gum bottle sounds, or like it's just chaos. And while most people consider ASMR chaos, I very much so consider it organized chaos. It's chaos with a purpose, and it can be done correctly. But this thing has infinite possibilities and infinite sounds. So it's not for me. It's not for me. It's another one we can combine here right now. I wrote a list down for like the items that aren't right in front of me. But one that would never escape my mind, it's gotten a little popular lately, is a stutter. It's a stutter. And I honestly can't explain with words. I can't give an exact definition of how much I hate this trigger. So I guess the best way to give a little bit of insight to let's call it the ignorant to the ignorant. Ignorant's not an inherently bad word. You just don't know, and that's okay. So me, I struggled extremely. Think of the worst stutter you could ever imagine. Picture a child, grade 4, 9, 10 years old. He can't ask to go to the bathroom. I say and I can't ask to go to the bathroom. So I had a really bad stutter. I didn't go to therapy or anything like that. It just kind of went away. And the older I got, it's still kind of there. Like when I'm really nervous, my stutter fully comes out, but it's typically just like it gets caught. Like every few words, I'll double up a syllable. I can't even replicate it right now. But I can't understand the stutter trigger. It's like somebody like putting on a green screen onto their hand, and they're like, "Here's my stubbed arm ASMR trigger," or here's my other mental disorder ASMR trigger. Okay, that got a little bit too real. So that's as much of the stutter trigger that we're gonna do here. I adore YouTube's probably not new feature, but new to me feature, where you can add videos in a queue. QUEWST. Yeah, queue. I'm sure they've had it for years and years and years, but I didn't know. I just clicked on a video and went to sleep. But now I set videos in queues, and that's very great. But it could also be the worst thing in the world. You know, been sleeping like a baby, and then 2 a.m. stutters hit, and all of a sudden you're awake, and then I have to delete the video, unsubscribe, delete the whole app. Okay, maybe it's not that extreme, pal, but it's okay. So yeah, most of the ASMR I listen to and always have listened to is just for sleep. Especially now, you know, I'm a big old man. I'm a big old busy man, and so I don't really have too much free time to just chillax and listen to an ASMR video. So most of the time, I'm just using it for sleep. Been using it for sleep since like 2013, and so I don't even really know anymore how to fall asleep without ASMR. So another icky bicky dicky vicky ASMR trigger is lighter sounds. Once again, I'm going to try and do these in a way that I still may enjoy. I'm not just going to I sporadically throw them in here and there, just kind of playing with the sound, seeing what it can do. But I've never been a smoker. I don't smoke. I don't like fire. I don't like knives. I don't mind people who smoke. I don't even mind the smell. I kind of find it pleasant, actually. But I don't like lighter sounds for ASMR. It's just not the sound I'm going for, but it's quite the popular ASMR trigger actually. That's why I'm always surprised when I randomly hear it in a video. So you can just like that. I keep forgetting I'm supposed to be chewing gum. Chewing that sweet, sweet bubble gum. This gum, while like the first few bites are good, makes your throat kinda itchy witchy. And then the taste kinda goes away and the texture gets weird. It becomes like a putty. Weird. And then the trigger I haven't really touched on yet, or mentioned, I should say. I've been doing the trigger the whole time. Is soft spoken ASMR. I don't mind when some creators go from a whisper and then throw in a little soft speaking. It's actually pretty nice. But a video entirely soft spoken is not my forte. While we love Bob Ross, R.I.P., you know, there's just something about soft speaking that doesn't really fit my fancy. And then there are other triggers that I do quite frequently, but believe it or not, I do them just for you. I've got a little bit of what some might call people-pleasing personality disorder. So sometimes I do triggers that I don't get or that I don't enjoy personally to listen to. Maybe they're fun to do, but I do that because I know people out there like them. And I don't just want to be the guy who only does stuff he likes, you know, that's life. Sometimes you gotta get out of your comfort zone and do other stuff. And so, snipping sounds is without a doubt one of the triggers that I don't really like. You know, it's not my style. I don't like it. And I don't know. I get it. Like, you know, I made a recent video, like a barber video, where I'm snipping away. And, you know, with a theme, it's nice, but like, most of these triggers apply to surprise sounds. You know, you're doing an ASMR sound assortment, and somebody's doing some fantastic tapping, or like the greatest brushing known to man, and then they just whip out this skizzers, and I go, oh no, please, why do you do this to yourself? This is a sweet young little thing. She looked at me, and this is what she said. She said, there ain't no rest for the wicked. I don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, got mouths to feed, and nothing ever come my way. And I just sing that, hoping that the sounds stop. Snipping ain't that bad. You know what it is? A big fan favorite. Something I've done many a time is water sounds. Specifically, like in a mason jar. This is a really cool bottle I just got recently. So it's kind of unfair to use this as the trigger, because it really does sound pretty nice. Like when it's in a mason jar, I can't even even say it, it's so bad. Like when people put water in a mason jar with a metal top, and then they try and do water sounds. It's terrifying, so I couldn't even do that. I had to do it just a few notches better. So water sounds I've done so many, and I'm not the best at them, that's for sure. Like Raffy Taffy's really good at them, and he's got a good assortment and a way of doing it. But I think like most people, certain types of water sounds, like water shaking, just seems more alerting and alarming than anything else. This bottle doesn't have a perfect seal, so it just leaks a little bit. But there are some good water sounds. Like, I did a while ago, I should probably remake this, where I put like a bucket of water in front of you guys. The microphone's like right in the water. I think I broke my microphones back then. And I just like made like soapy, splashy, bathtub style sounds. And those were like really slow and relaxed. Really good for sleep. But there's something about like shaking that also just feels like ultimate chaos. Not very organized. And this gum is like, it's just become Play-Doh. It has no taste. But that's okay. It's okay. How are you enjoying the lights? It's very different, but it's also not far off from what some ASMR creators do. It's really, really bright. Really trying to catch your attention. Very spicy. And I unfortunately really like doomy and gloomy lighting in videos. It's not very flattering. That's why not a lot of people do it. It's really dark. It's scary. But it's really nice on the eyes. And it reminds me of the days when there was no YouTube Premium. And if you wanted to listen to ASMR, you had to have your screen on. And so it's like you would really, really, really appreciate it if a creator didn't have their brightness at 1 more billion. You know, oh, it's really leaking now. The other thing this can be for, it's kind of hard for me to do because I have reverse nails. I have to like tap like this while most people, I can kind of do that. A little bit of glass tapping. I feel like, there you go. Like, why am I tapping so slowly? Like, that explains it. For some reason, my hands don't want to do this right now. You know, like I'm not able to go. Where's my focus point? Is it here? Okay, good. Like this. This is kind of fine. But as soon as you go like nail tapping, I don't know. Not one of my favorite triggers, that's for sure. Not one of my favorite. Yeah. I had this I was gonna do too. I don't have any fidget toys, like specifically made for fidgeting, but I really dislike this type of sound so much that I'm gonna do it for like 10 seconds and then move on. But it's just like any fidget toy that people have. Okay, some more darling a while ago, she made like a fidget board video, and like you could tell there was so much effort in that, and it looked so cool, but I couldn't watch it because the sounds were just so no bueno, no bueno. So there you go, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. And then since we have the bright light, let's do a little bit of light triggers. So that's where you get people to follow the light. You can go around town. You can cross in the middle and move to the side. Then from one middle to the other side. And back and forth and back and forth. And you can bring that closer. Closer, closer, closer. Maximum close. And pull back and pull back. By the way, if anyone wants to know the trick to getting really, really good sleep, I finally figured it out. Get an old phone. Like me, I still have the headphone jack. So I get old phones so that they still have the headphone jack. But there's a few perks to it. This thing, with its cracked screen and everything, it has a really bad battery life. So like when I finally get home and set up something to watch for sleep, the battery's at like 5%. And so I can't hold my phone and look at it anymore, or else the battery's gonna die. And there's a trick. You're gonna say, oh, I'll just plug it in to charge. And here's the trick. Get yourself a wireless charger. Put it underneath your blanket, like your bed sheet. So that way, to charge your phone that's at 5% and listen to ASMR, you need to lie it down on the charger mat. So like a few times, I've been desperate, and I've been like holding the phone on an angle while trying to look at it. But most of the time, it's just like not worth the effort. So you just leave the phone there, no distractions, and you fall asleep. Just like it's a little pro tip for people like me who have no self-control during bedtime, and you really need to sleep. I have a spray bottle. I really don't like this one just because it's messy. So it's just like my least favorite trigger to do. You know, I got it all over the screen. I think there's like some scented stuff in here. It was like an air freshener or something. And I don't like scents either. This is a little TMI, but I don't wear any deodorants or perfumes or colognes or anything like that. And that's just because I don't like scents. I don't like them on me. I don't like them on other people. And this whole world is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And so I don't want to put cat pee-pee in a bottle and spray it on myself so that other people have to smell it too. Where'd that come from? Oh yeah, it's because I'm using the spray bottle. Okay, yeah. No, but I get it. Okay, I get it. I got that privilege, but I just try to eat really healthy, and that seems to make my BO smell worse, or better. And I don't really sweat a lot anyway. And so, it doesn't really matter to me that much. Nobody's really complained about the way I smell. Apart from when I let one rip, that's the end of the world, of course. So, there you go. That was a weird one, but I had a lot of fun enjoying the brightness, making it look a little different, doing things a little bit different. I hope you enjoyed the triggers. I hope you didn't. I don't know. Maybe Don't ever do the stutter trigger ever again, please, please. Okay, good. So sleep well, take it easy, and I shall see you in the next one, okay? Good night, good night, good night.